You? Come a little closer.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingse in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well? Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later. It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingse in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Yep.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
seal really was broken. Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we...
Okay.
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass it up!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as trapped.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Let's make haste.
Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
I'll bring my season.
Quake!
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Rise!
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than...
Since we have a contract,
Then let's move on, shall we?
Get them!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
I'll protect us.
You're in for a little shock.
Quake! Crumble! Rise! Just a simple ruler. Doesn't look to be...
this, if I remember correctly,
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of...
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract,
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless. Why would...
Oh boy. Here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break...
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let...
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the
That is one of your Liyue gods. I...
will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little...
Let the show begin.
Come a little closer.
No escape!
Ink!
Quake!
You're in for a little shock.
So soon! Crumble! Prepare yourself! Rise! Prepare yourself! Careless! I will have order! That debt! You can't run from debt.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Yeah, good good thing, Pipe.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desires? I think we should be honest with
Huh? Beyond?
that in truth, not a single member of the...
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of... You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of... I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been... You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the chief. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Leah very seldom use the name.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left... We hate him! But this is Morax's Leah after all, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Leo, come with me. All the answers...
I'll protect us.
Crumble! Quake! Crumble! I'm not finished my research. Rise! This is order. Quake! Rise! Crumble!
Let the show begin.
Gig. Here.
Quake!
Hi. Oh.
Huh?
Hi. This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the God of Salt had to fight back. Fight back against the evil Morax. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Child. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the God of Salt.
It does look like something left.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at...
This logic!
Zhangli, she seems like a good person, and no one is.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed...
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored, no matter what. I must be faithful to her, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhangli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the...
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just
No, you can't.
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment.
Huh? The truth.
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of...
Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt and betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will... This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they...
But what about the...
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse, so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, this must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli...
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, faith in a god who has already passed. So it is for Havria. And all right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyan Stone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Go, Barbara, go! Nice and spicy!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Yeah. Yeah.
Go, Barbara, go! I'll protect us. Go, Barbara, go! Out of the frying pan!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Go, Barbara, go! Nice and spicy!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Let the show begin.
Come a little closer.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock. Oh my.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also, I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its stone carvings were one such ancient method. But unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate. Yeah.